Hi, beautiful health seekers. I just wanted to pop in with a video to talk about the importance of putting ourselves first. We don't do it enough and we feel guilty. Now, my husband's just taking the boys camping for the night. It's giving me a night to myself and it feels really good. Automatically, I'm like, right, I've got work to do. I've got a house to clean. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to have the slowest bath. I'm going to unwind. I'm going to relax. I'm going to put myself first. And I'm not going to feel guilty about doing that either. The importance of putting ourselves first as mothers is totally underestimated. We have sacrificed ourselves for so long throughout history as well. And it's got to change, because when we realize the full potential of a woman, I don't mean this to sound sexist or anything like that, but literally, I mean, the great minds of this world will tell you that a woman's brain works differently. Her heart-brain connection is different. When you really utilize the potential of a woman, we are incredible. We are amazing. But we can't do what we do best if we're exhausted and giving out to everybody. I've just come from hanging out with a girlfriend who is the world's best at just giving out when she has nothing. And it's heartbreaking to see, because you think, well, when do we stop? When do we stop and just look after ourselves? The thing is, what I'm learning more and more and more through my program, through coaching other mothers, through my own reflections, through getting to know myself more and more, is that when we fill ourselves up, when we are at our full potential, when our heart and brain is connected in coherence, when our body is thriving, we are amazing and unstoppable. And we can give so much. We can give. We can support. We can expand and grow and have ideas and be creative. When we're not in that space, it's hard work. And so often what I do is, like, I get women come to me and they're so broken and they're so upset and their children have got all these problems and they're so resistant to looking after themselves. What can I do for my kids? What can I do for my kids? You can look after yourself, because without you looking after yourself, you've got nothing to give your kids and you're giving from an empty place. And that's hard, because that's a disconnection between you and your child, and they feel that. They feel that disconnection of you being empty, of you being exhausted, and they think it's their fault, and it's not. But it's really important for you to be full up, then give. So then there comes the other round of questions of not only like, I can't put myself first, you don't understand, I've got this and this. And it's like, I do understand, totally. The other part of the question comes is, well, I don't have time. You do have time. If you get rid of Netflix, you get rid of the worry, the amount of hours it takes you to worry about something, or the anxiety you have. If you get rid of cooking up all these different dinners for everybody, you eat simple foods. If you get rid of saying yes to everybody and giving out to everybody, you have enough time to do what it takes to meditate, to breathe, to rest, to restore itself. 10 minutes to 1 to 2 hours a day. You have that time. You can find that time. And I'm a busy person. I know that that time is there. It's a non-negotiable for me, because I know that if I don't do my mindset and I don't do my meditation with my busy schedule, with my young boys, it's going to go out. It's so important. The other thing I hear people say is, it's okay for you, you've got this, but I don't have this, or we all have stuff going on. We all have busy lives. We all have traumas and past stuff. That cannot be an excuse not to look after yourselves. It cannot be an excuse to give out because you don't like being on your own with yourself, because that's scary. It's like, try your hardest. And the most important thing to understand, and this has gone back through histories and histories and histories, is that there's an old Chinese proverb, for instance, that says a mother comes in with a screaming baby, a very distraught mother comes into a monastery with a screaming baby, and the monks feed the baby. And then the next day, the mother comes back in with a screaming baby. And this time the mother feeds the monk and feeds the mother and sits the mother down and looks after the mother. And the mother doesn't come back, because she's then able to feed the child. She's then able to look after the child. So this goes back in history, the importance of the energy of a woman, the energy of a mother. And if you fill that energy up, if you restore that energy through nutrition, through energy work, through meditation, through breath work, through de-stressing, through creating a healthy environment, through self-care, through alone time, through stillness, then that energy is such a beautiful big beacon. It's able to give out more. But you never give from an empty place. You never give from an exhausted place. Never give from, I want you to like me, so I will do this. I need support back, I will do this. That never works. That never, ever works. We have to give from wanting to, from loving ourselves, from that compassion for ourselves. Bring some kindness inwards. And I tell you, time and time again, I've seen it, the shifts with our children is massive. The shifts in our children are humongous, unscalable, if we actually put the attention onto ourselves. If we eat well, we inspire them to eat well. If we look after ourselves, we inspire them to look after themselves. If we can regulate ourselves, we can teach them how to regulate themselves. The importance of looking after ourselves cannot be underestimated. And it's taken me a long time to really grasp this and this be a non-negotiable for me. It's like I have to look after myself. And when it goes out of balance, sometimes it does, pull it back in, pull it back in. Now, I am lucky that I have a supportive husband that is able to do that. He's not always here. He works away for big chunks of the time. And sometimes Monday to Thursday or Monday to Friday most weeks. So it's not always possible for me to get what I need all the time, but I'm lucky to have these times and opportunities where I can. If you don't have that support around you, call it in, create it. Tap into those friends that constantly ask you for help and you say, no, it's okay. Create a GoFundMe page. Create, write letters to charities to get respite support. Find uncles and aunties, cousins, best friends, anything you can, community members. You know, when we were first diagnosed with autism with William, there was something called Treehouse in Geelong, and it was just a group of other parents going through the same thing. And we would kind of share, things around, and there was always someone there that could help. There's always someone there to support you. You have to be open to receiving it. You have to be open to wanting it. You have to stop that story that you have to do everything, that you're the only person that can do this, that everyone would fall apart without you. Well, they will if you don't look after yourself. But if you look after yourself, you're going to be able to come back and do it on a bigger, better, more sustainable way. So if you take anything from this video, it is to honor yourself in whatever you can. Your 10-minute meditation practice in the morning, your 2-minute breath in the car before you pick up the children, in the way that you eat your salad, in the way that you buy the beautiful food for your family, the way that you inspire your family with the way that you eat. Whatever it is you can do that is nurturing and nourishing yourself as a mother, as a woman in this world. Because again, without being sexist, we have an amazing potential and we need to really rise up together, and we need to be strong when we rise up. And that means, looking after ourselves. It's important. You're not just doing it for you, you're doing it for womankind, you're doing it for your children. And those of you that have got girls or don't have girls, those of you that have got girls, you got to show them how to do this. You've got to show them how to regulate, look after themselves, have self-care, put themselves first, say no, have boundaries. This is the examples you show. This is how we parent, by example. It is so, so important, really important, more important than any education at school. All right, beautiful ones. So I'm off for my beautiful bath. But yeah, just wanted to pop in. I hope it's inspired you to do something for yourself today, this weekend, whatever you can do. And for those of you that have no support at the moment, how can you bring that support in? What can you do? How can you find just 2 minutes a day to do something, 10 minutes a day to do something, put the kids to bed and do something afterwards? How many hours do you spend really distracting yourself that you could be really nourishing yourself? All right, beautiful health seekers, take care.